welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about a historical place located in the Gangarampur police station area in West Bengal. So this is Gangarampur is mainly in the northern part of West Bengal, which is in the North Bengal. So not many people know about this place and it's very neglected, but according to sources, if this place is properly excavated and researched upon, it can change some parts of the Indian history. This place is Bangar in Gangarampur police station area. So behind me you can take a look at the ruins of the Bangar area. It's not very well maintained and they are very old, and I'd like to start with the details. So this place is very ancient and old. This place has evidences so long ago, like the Mauryan period. And as we all know, according to evidences and reports, Mauryan civilization was the first modern kind of civilization which developed in India. And we can imagine how old this place exactly is. It has been to the Mauryan age, the Shuras, the Kushanas, as well as the Gupta period, and it came into a ruin from the beginning of the Muslim rule in India. So previously, this place has been mentioned in the Brihat Samhita, the Vayu Graha. These ancient texts, this place has been, Bangar has been mentioned. And this place, Gangarampur, was previously known as Devikot, Devkot, Koti Varsha, all these other names which are mentioned. According to geographical locations, we get the proof that Gangarampur, those locations, those latitude and longitudinal extents tell us that Gangarampur area was previously known as Devikot, Devikota, Banpura, Shitankota, and also Koti Varsha. Now coming to the excavations and research, how it's developed, stories related to Mahabharata here. First of all, this place is very much neglected and not given a lot of importance, and maybe that's why few mysteries still lie unanswered. Maybe if we put on some more focus into this place, maybe, as I told you in the beginning, it can change some parts of the Indian history. Now beginning with the starting, it was some years before the year 2000, a professor from the Balurghat University, which is like 45 kilometers away from Gangarampur, and it's like a main city here, which is like the headquarters of this place. There was a professor there named Achintya Krishna Goswami, who loved archaeology and was a well-renowned archaeologist. So he was the first person to focus on this Bangar and get it up, and to show everyone that here also in this North Bengal part we have such things which can change the history. So once he got a call, Gangarampur is in the banks of the Punarbhava river. It lies on the banks of the Punarbhava river, and once he got a call from these people that sir, here the children are playing and they have recovered some cannons. So the person was really excited, thinking that cannons like were used from Babur's time. Babur started using the cannons, and the gunpowder was first introduced by Babur during the first battle of Panipat in 1526. So he was really excited, and he thought, first of all, first they did not tell him they were cannons, because they didn't look like that. They were really old. As I told you, this civilization, this area is really old. So he was called upon, saying they have found some spears which look like cannons, so can you please come? So he came here and he saw that while the children were digging under the river, it was during the drought period that, you know, the surface water went low and the children were playing, and they recovered these balls. He took it from the children with a small sum of money and kept it in his own museum, and he spent his whole few years looking for more of these cannons and stuff and keeping it with him. And suddenly, due to some unknown cause, one of the cannons broke, and there inside he found the gunpowder, and that really shocked him, because according to history, according to the written proof, Babur was the first person to introduce this gunpowder to India, and that too in the 1526. So his main question was, if Babur was the first person, then how come we get these cannons from we get these gunpowder inside the cannons? And for this, on a note, this civilization or this place was got destroyed or was got invaded by the Muslim rule in 12,004. So that was a much after period after this part that Babur started using. So here is like a thing which comes in, that Babur was certainly not the first one, or may not have been the first one to start using gunpowder, because according to evidences based on Bangar Fort, it started long ago, even before the civilization, even before the Muslim rule came to India. So this is one key point which Mr. Achinta Krishna found out, and he really wanted to do more developments with this place. He wanted to excavate more, he wanted to find out every piece here, but as I told you, this place was very much neglected at that time, and because of that reason he left the earth without his dreams coming true. Now in 1937 again came a wave when Mr. KG Goswami from the Calcutta University really wanted to find out more about this place and wanted to get some evidences. So in 1937, after excavations, they found an ancient temple with the of the Pals Yug, and they found the pillar, and then they took it to the museum and they kept, and these temples and these ancient stuff actually gave us a note that this place is actually not as old as we think. It is older than that, and it gives us much more details into the Indian history, what happened that time and how things took place. They got many evidences of paintings, pots, and later on the excavation again stopped abruptly, and due to some pressures it again started in 2008, between the 2009 period, 2008 and 9, but not much was found. Another notable discoveries which they got here was they found a barn where they used to store their local daily needs and everything, and there were like many things from here which they found, and which as I told you is very significant, and the history is still changing. We can't just judge upon what's there because many things are unknown to us, and because this place is not yet excavated or discovered properly, many things are unknown to us and lie below this ground. We really don't know what's under, but they have found idols of different gods and goddesses, very unknown gods and goddesses which are not mentioned in any of the texts. Even if they are, people don't know how they look because they're really old. Now coming to the context of Mahabharata, so this place was owned by the Ban Raja. So this place is called the Bangar. There was a palace here, and these are just the ruins of the fort, as you can see. It's like a kind of small tourist place. So the king of this place was known as the Ban Raja, and his daughter was Usha. So as we all know, Lord Krishna plays a major role in the Mahabharata. So his son Abhimanyu fell for Usha, and then Ban Raja was actually against this relationship and stopped Usha from marrying Abhimanyu, and then Abhimanyu fled away with Usha and they both got married. And then there are some proofs of that also, like there are the banana plants which are required for Hindu marriage ceremony. They're still like that, except that like I've heard about it. I've never actually seen. From my grandparents, from my uncle, aunt, from the people whom I know here, they've all told me that the banana plants are still there and they're covered with a layer of rocks. You can actually make out. And then there's this Usha Haran road. Haran basically means to take away by force, like how in Ramayana Ravan does Sita Haran. So like that here, Abhimanyu took away Usha from Ban Raja. And that time what happened is Krishna came into a war with Ban Raja, and this place on the context of Mahabharata is also famous because this place is mentioned over there too, and Krishna and Ban Raja's fight was also mentioned, and many people suspect that after the war everyone died, and that's the reason why this empire or this civilization could not go further. But now still Mahabharata isn't proven completely, but mostly it's a true fact because many things are proven, but still few people do not believe that Mahabharata was real. So the evidences created by them are when, as we all know, the Muslim rule started in India in the 12,000 period, and Bakhtiyar Khilji was the first person to come into this place called Devi Court, and he took over this place, and he was ruling this place that time. He came in 12,004 and invaded the city of Bangar, and then that's how many people say that this civilization ended. And soon after that, Bakhtiyar Khilji was murdered, or said to have been murdered by his minister Ali Mardan, who was against him, and like that. We also have the tomb of Bakhtiyar Khilji here. I have to go to that place. If I go, then I would love to show you that. And this place is full of unknown treasures which we don't know. And maybe in the future times, the future days, after giving some more focus into this place, giving some more importance to this place, we might find some evidences which change our point of view looking into the Indian history. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be sharing some photos with you of this place next, because as everything is in ruins now, not many places are visible to us. They're just like one brick wall over there, one here, some bricks lying down, so everything is in ruin now. I would love to show some photos with you, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and please share this video as much as you can. And this place is not known by many, so I would love to spread the word about this place so that this place gets an attraction. People can come and visit this place, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like my video and comment for anything you need, and please subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet, and click on the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I post new videos. Thank you for watching.